In the name of Allah, the All-Merciful and the Mercy Giver. In today's lecture, I'll be so happy to talk with you about marital life, or I call it a life partner. Here we are. Marriage is a contract between a man and a woman. It's a wedding day attended by the family, friends, and the entire world. A married couple live together, then have children whom they bring up together. But soon days pass and life changes. The husband complains, "Dear wife, I see you don't appreciate what I make of effort and kindness. You are ungrateful. I have always been a benevolent husband to you, but when you see something not of your liking, you say, all my life I've received no good from you. You've burdened me with your requests to forsake me. You don't dress up for me as you dress up to meet your friends. You refuse any request from me. You disclose my privacies to people who come from far and near. My wife, I can't stand this kind of life." The wife complains, "Dear husband, I feel you look only for your sexual pleasure, but you are scarce of love and tenderness. You make excuses for your friends, and your co-workers feel your sense of humor, while I feel your bad temper. You don't listen to me, or even talk with me. If you have a chat, you interrupt me, or belittle my opinion. You never tell me about my beautiful appearance, or thank me for my effort at home and taking care of the children. You hang out with your friends, leaving me alone at home. I feel that we are not close friends. We are close physically, but spiritually distant. Dear husband, I can't stand this kind of life too." The characteristics of a Muslim wife. Choosing a life partner in whom it is believed she is a good companion, a comfort for her husband, a repose for him, and the best supporter against the distress of time and the catastrophe of life. She is the woman in whom you see the characteristics of the mother of the believers, Khadija. When Allah's messenger returned to her with his heart beating severely and said, "Cover me, cover me," she covered him till his fear was over. Moreover, she supported him in his ordeal and replied, "Never by Allah. Allah will never disgrace you. You keep the good relations with your kith and kin, help the poor and the destitute, serve your guests generously, and assist the deserving calamity afflicted ones." She then accompanied him, looking for an advocate or a supporter, till she brought him to her cousin's Warq ibn Nawfal. She said to him, "Listen to the story of your nephew, O my cousin." She is the wife who says to her husband, "Tell me what you would like so I can do it, and what you hate so I should abandon it." She is a beautiful wife who the Prophet, peace be upon him, said about her, "Nothing is of more benefit to the believer after taqwa of Allah than a righteous wife. If he commands her, she obeys him. If he looks at her, she is pleased. If he swears an oath concerning her, she fulfills it. And when he is away from her, she is sincere towards him, with regard to herself and his wealth." The characteristics of a Muslim husband. A real Muslim husband who helps his wife show her best, who overlooks her shortcomings, who doesn't hurt the dignity of his roles so that it doesn't wither. Then he reaps the bitter harvest of harshness and contempt for her appearance and opinions, leading her shows her worst traits while concealing her femininity, because she wears it away in defense of herself. Then after all, he asks to live happily. Nay, but remember, when the rose is watered, you are the first to inhale its scent. The Prophet Muhammad used to kiss his wife Aisha He used to have a brace with hair while he was on a journey. And when the Prophet was asked, which is of people is the most beloved to him, he said, Aisha. And he used to honor Khadija even after her death. If a gift was sent to him, he would not hesitate to have it sent to a woman who was a friend of Khadija, showing the kindness and compassion that his wife Khadija exhibited during her life. And when the Prophet's wife fell ill, he would put his hands in the place of pain and supplicate for her. And when Aisha was asked, what did the Prophet used to do in his house? She replied, he used to keep himself busy serving his family. And when it was the time for prayer, he would go for it. Finally, marital life. The basis of marital life in Islam is affection and mercy. When they are settled, marital life turns into a kindergarten of love, kindness, mutual understanding, and sacrifice. True love is to bring out the most beautiful qualities, morals, sacrifice, to pardon mistakes, and share joys and sorrows. Allah the Almighty said, and among His signs is that He created for you wives from among your servants, that you may find repose in them. And He has put between you affection and mercy. Verily, and that are indeed signs for people who reflect. Oh my God, make my company with the closest people around me a mercy and giving, and don't make me a burden upon them. Amen.